don't need any kind of splish-splash magic to make a difference. A real warrior knows the best way to help those in need is to give them money. And you can do that by going to our patreon.com/WassessCastProductions. For less than the cost of the third boomerang you've lost this week, you can support our show as bonus episodes, exclusive content, and early access just for you. Again, that's patreon.com/WassessCastProductions. It's the best deal this side of the water tribe.
The winter solstice is fast approaching. It's time to spend. It's a time to spend with loved ones and to speak to your past lives about the fate of the world. Just remember, it was us that warned you. This is the After Credits Cast, the only film podcast to understand the importance of this time of year. I'm your host, AJ Waseska. I'm joined by my co-host, Ryan Metters. And today, we're joined by, once again, Chaz McNamara.
Hey, what's up?
And joining us for the first time this season is Nicole Mendez.
What's up?
You thought she was dead. Turns out she was here the whole time.
I was just muted.
You can follow us at the links down below. That's Patreon, YouTube, Peepa, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, iHeartRadio, all that stuff down there.
I still think you're making up Peepa.
You're the one who told me about Peepa.
No, I still think you're making that up. I don't think that's real.
I feel like she suggested Peepa as a fucking prank and then was surprised when it actually turned out to be a real platform.
That sounds like a Nicole thing.
You heard of this place called Peepa? No meme.
No,
that's how we gonna fly off the handle once you get up on Peepa, Chief. I'll tell you what's up. I feel like that's how it really went down.
Yep.
We are now an exclusive podcast on Peepa only.
If only
They paid Aaron $1 billion.
Dude, if I got $1 billion, I wouldn't be doing this podcast.
Wow. The dedication to the craft.
I kid.
Uh-huh.
This would be what I do all the time because I have nothing else I need to do.
Fair enough.
Today we're doing a two-part special.
Actually, yeah.
Doing a two-part special, guys. The Winter Solstice, Part 1 and Part 2. Part 1 is A Spirit World, which aired April 8th in 2005, and Part 2, Avatar Roku, aired in April 15th in 2005. Feeling old still. Feeling very old.
Yeah.
These episodes were written by Aaron Izaz and Michael Dante DiMartino, and directed by Lauren McMullen and Giancarlo Volpe. Yeah, I'm not sure how you pronounce that last name at all.
It's Giancarlo, dude.
It's Giancarlo?
I know you can't see it, but I'm just looking at the screen like, perfect. Grade A pronunciation.
Listen, guys. I'm a white guy. I'm gonna pronounce everything wrong.
Juan Carlo. Was the best.
Hey, both of these episodes.
Oh, we have fun facts. Oh my god.
Both these episodes are animated by DR Movie, so that makes things easy to go from here. Ryan, got some fun facts for me?
Indeed. We have 3 today. Part 1 shares many similarities to Hayao. Damn it! Nicole, shut the fuck up. Nicole, shut up.
Oh, excuse Ryan, you're a weeb.
God damn it. Let me try that again. Just edit and post. Part 1 shares.
Yeah, that's too much work.
There's many similarities to Hayao Miyazaki. Damn it! I'm giving myself the yips because Nicole is gonna give me shit.
I'm in your head already. It's only been like, what, 5 minutes?
It shares similarities to Princess Mononoke, the Miyazaki movie. Jesus Christ.
What was his first name?
His first name is irrelevant. Most notably, in the presence of the spirit Heibai, and in the planting of acorns at the end of the episode. Jesus, it's only the first one. All right.
Miyazaki on you.
Please do not stick Miyazaki on me. Anyway. All right, so Iroh, for the second one, Iroh is shown to have some connection to the spirit world because he sees Roku's dragon while the others do not. It is later revealed in The Siege of the North Part 2 that he may have traveled to the spirit world in the past.
I'd love to see that story.
I need a whole Iroh, like young Iroh miniseries.
Dude,
like, we gave one to
God.
Juan. Well, like we gave one to Juan, and that was amazing. But I need Iroh. I need young
On
Iroh
God,
doing his
that's
thing.
what I need.
Do you think they would have done it if Mako had stayed alive?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe. I think so. But I mean, we might get like a comic. Who knows?
Ooh, a comic. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay.
I'd be okay with the comic. Yeah. So for our last fun fact today, this is the first time the Buddhist chant. Oh fuck me, God! Oh, why, Aaron? Why'd you do this to me?
Oh well, what is the chant, Ryan? I'm really excited to hear this.
Damn it! And this is why I should look at the script. All right.
I thought you liked it off the cuff improv, you know.
Damn you! All right. No, fuck. I can do this shit.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Here we go. Okay. This is the first time the Buddhist chant Na Mo Amitofo Shindi is heard. The chant can be faintly heard again before Aang merges with La in the Siege of the North Part 2. It is later heard in Sozin's Comet Part 1, The Phoenix King, when Aang meditates, when he meets the Lion Turtle in Sozin's Comet Part 2, The Old Masters, and finally, when Aang begins to energy bend Fire Lord Ozai in Sozin's Comet Part 4, Avatar Aang. Spoilers? Yeah? Yeah?
Hey, let's get some mileage out of that song.
Yeah.
I like
when
it. It's
you
like
said-
it's like a leitmotif for the spirit world from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
When you said when Aang merges, I thought you were about to say it can be heard faintly before Aang murders somebody. I was like, oh, when did that happen?
I
that's
mean,
the
when he
deleted
becomes
scene
that
where-
giant kaiju, he does murder a lot of people.
Yeah.
Dude, you got like right. He has to at least. He's like, I don't want to kill anybody. Dude, you had to kill at least like 2 or 3 people. during
That's
that.
because
If not.
the kaiju wasn't him. It was he's like, I will be your conduit into the physical world. That was
likely
straight
excuse.
up. That was straight up the ocean. Like,
Ryan, that won't
everybody
hold up in
got.
court.
That's like that's like that's like a a white supremacist person saying I'm just doing God's work. God, I am the conduit of God's wrath.
No, that's
Literally
point
what
there.
it is.
You got a point there.
Hey,
My man.
Hey, Nicole, I need you to roll play with me for a second, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Nicole, I see that you committed several crimes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the witness report says you even murdered some dudes.
I did.
And your statement was, "I didn't do it. God told me to."
Yeah, he did.
Can you explain
God
how?
told me to do it.
Can you explain how?
Well, you see, I was out back behind the Taco Bell, talking to this guy, and he told me he was Jesus. And it might have been the drugs talking, but I think he was a real stand-up dude, and he told me to go do it because it was God's will.
I think he said his name was Jesus, and you just
Yeah.
kind of read into it a little
Yeah.
bit. more.
Oh, you know the guy. See, he's legit.
He's legit.
See, Ryan, that's what Aang sounds like when he says a fish god told him to do that.
So damn blasphemous. Oh my god.
Just saying. I mean, that's just like somebody saying, "Yeah, all those war crimes I committed, I was just following orders." Like,
I've been at the mercy of
You're an
men following orders
accessory.
my whole life.
you're an accessory to the problem. You
say
you
war
can't just say I'm a
crimes, and I
cunt.
just have 1,000-yard stare at the war crimes I've committed in my RP sessions.
D&D,
I
the
was
war
doing
crime
the
simulator.
Lord's work, especially when I'm the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Anyway, tell us about this episode, Aaron.
Yeah, I have a synopsis for you guys. It'll be great.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do. Only Aang can stop forest fires, but he wasn't around to do so. Bummed out, Katara hands him a nut and tells him to get over it. A local villager asks for their help as they're being attacked by the spirit of a Demogorgon. Aang agrees to help, despite knowing fuck all about the spiritual side of the Avatar job. Things got out of hand. The Demogorgon abducts Sokka. Aang also finds himself trapped in his astral form. He is shown images of the former Avatar by another spirit creature, a dragon. A dragon. Aang then tries to deal with the Demogorgon one more time, finding out it is upset because of the decimated forest. Aang tells him to get over it, and it turns into a panda. And then everyone returns who had been abducted. Meanwhile, Iroh was taken prisoner by some earthbenders, but it didn't go very well for them to mess with the Dragon of the West. They also get a lead on the Avatar pursuing him to the next episode, where the gang has to fly into the Fire Nation temple before sunset to speak to the spirit of Avatar Roku. Otherwise, they'll be struck with just Avatar Hulu, which has more commercials. One of the fire sages doesn't follow propaganda of the fascist dictatorship and helps them into the chamber to speak to Roku's spirit. Roku gives Aang a timeline in which he must defeat the Fire Lord or everyone dies. You know, no pressure. Aang and the team escape, blowing off Zhao's trap and Zuko's whatever he was doing. With only a few months until the end of the world, the pressure is on to learn all the elements and save everyone from the Fire Nation. Right after some more filler episodes.
That's fair.
Yeah. You forgot to mention that Aang also gave that same acorn to the panda and told him to get over it.
I did forget.
Yeah,
that.
hey, I
Yeah.
know your house burned down, but like, here's a nail, so like, it'll come back to you. Like, that's literally what it is like, yeah, you can rebuild the house, here's a nail. Like, that's not gonna rebuild the house, Chief.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long
Like, I need it now.
time and a lot of work. Yeah. And also, one thing I do have to say, and I'm sure we'll touch on this later, because I'm not reading the script because I'm all off the cuff.
Yeah.
Question: if Heibai is that much of a boss, where is he? Like during the whole show, like get that man to start swinging.
I actually
be
do.
like, no.
Actually, there's a question. Why is he attacking the village instead of the nearest Fire Nation camp?
Right? Okay, sorry. We'll wait for that then.
Oh no, we can jump into that. I just want to make a quick preface. I know that Roku's in this episode. He's only in it a little bit, and there's more episodes later down the pipeline with Roku being a much bigger player. So we might talk about him a bit, but we're going to save a lot of his diving into his past and origin for when we get to that point in the show. So just a heads up for everybody listening.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Heibai, he attacked the village instead of the Fire Nation guys that burnt down the forest. What up with that?
Dude, I don't know. Like that, I was watching this episode last night in preparation because I've been rewatching it. I haven't been staying faithful and only watching what episodes we're gonna cover.
It's fine.
So I went back and rewatched it just to like see what, like to put it back in the front of my mind. But I'm like, so Heibai's coming up in here. He can't be hurt, like at all.
Mhm.
And he's able to kidnap all these people from the village. And like you said, Aaron, and like these people aren't the ones that burned down the forest. You'd think Heibai would be like, "Hey, yo, fam, you burned down my forest. It's gonna be a bad time for you. It's gonna be a wrap." And then he would just go over there and kill him or fight him or do whatever he was doing to the other people. But he doesn't. He goes and attacks this innocent little village and takes their people and diddles them. Probably. I mean. He's like the ice cream man from my cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah. You can't prove that he didn't.
You can't. Hey, listen, exactly. You can't say he didn't, and maybe God told him to or something.
Yeah.
In Ryan's defense,
Oh my god.
maybe
There
the
we go.
spirit God
That's the
told
Ryan
him to.
defense.
Yeah.
I
And
remember
if I ever
that
get
name
arrested-
associated with the fucking Nuremberg trials, alright? No, stop this.
If I ever get arrested, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, my boy Ryan told me that if I tell you God told me to, I'm off the hook."
Yeah, Ryan told me to murder all
And
those
as
people.
they
He's a
slam
real
my
type
face
of
into a
God.
car, as they slam my face into a car and tase me into oblivion, or just shoot me, one of the two.
I want to make a joke, but it'd be inappropriate, so I'm just going to let it pass.
Yeah, I thought about making
Yeah.
a joke.
I felt that joke too. We all felt that.
We're all going to hell, I can feel it.
Mm.
Apparently I am, since my name is going to be associated with a whole bunch of tragedies, isn't it?
Because you started this.
Frickin' 9/11. Ryan said God told me to, so I.
No, hold up, bullshit. No, we're gonna jump all the way to the end of the season in a hot second, so I can defend myself. No, I will save it. I will save it for the Siege of the Water Tribe. Save it. We'll revisit this, and I will prove that I'm not just some. I don't know. I will
What?
clear my name at that
What?
point.
I'm so excited.
Because I think the reason that the Fire Nation burned that part of the village is because God told them to.
Yeah, does it ever go into why they burned down the forest? Because I
Yeah, I asked that question myself. They just
don't
cut.
recall that.
So
And
like,
only
when you go over past things they burned down, there's usually a reason. Like they burned down the library because they wanted to hide
Yeah.
information. They burned down villages to do oppression and shit. Why a random mass forest?
I would say because of like it's a spiritual spot because we see that huge panda sculpture with all the little cubs around it, but like it's the Fire Nation. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really anti-spirit. They're just more like, hey, we're taking over. That's kind of it. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, except Zhao, but that's later.
Well,
on, so.
Zhao's a prick, though. Okay, listen, we can't measure every Fire Nation person by him. That's a little unfair.
But God told him to do it.
But
I'm so
when
sorry,
the-
Ryan.
I'm not.
But when
Mhm.
the head
Yeah.
of the nation is run by a prick, even though there are a lot of nice people constantly actually in it, everybody gets associated with that one dickhead that's up at the top making all the decisions.
No.
There's no allegory to this whatsoever.
No, I
in
get
real life,
you.
right?
No.
I get you, Ryan. This is just like Japan in World War II. No, it is. It is.
Yeah, I mean that's very true.
And like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we really don't have any explanation for why they burn it down. They just were doing it. I'd love to like just get like an extra minute or two in the episode just to kind of explain like what led up to that moment. Like I don't need to see it necessarily, but it's like, hey, so we were using this forest for like the mill or whatever. We were like using this to supply our people with wood. The Fire Nation burnt it down. That's all I would need. Just an extra minute to just kind of like explain
Even
that.
like when they went to the village, brought that up. Like, hey, we saw this. What up with that, yo?
Yeah, it could have been that they were clearing the way for a large like mobilization. Like if they had said like that, like the Fire Nation burnt down the village on their way to the siege of Ba Sing Se.
We're a little early for that. Maybe
Something like
Omashu,
that
but yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think
but
that's probably what I assumed it to be. But yeah,
I would think so. But it was also just a hole in a bigger forest.
True.
It was like just that one spot. Because
It was a scar.
They're flying over, yeah. And Sokka's like, oh, it looks like a scar, and there's forest everywhere. So like, why that one spot? Did they have issue with that? One spot?
They actually might have just targeted like the area around like the shrine because like we've been talking about it in previous episodes, but they rely on more than just military strength. They also like use like mental warfare and like acts of terrorism.
So maybe
to like break the spirit of the people that they're conquering.
So maybe they weren't attacking the spirit itself. They were attacking what the people believed in. And it inadvertently got the spirit all pissed off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could buy that. Speaking of spirits, though, this is our first introduction to spirits in the spirit world. What are your thoughts?
That's a very interesting design for a panda, but
dude, he looks like one of those fucking early designs. He looks one of those early designs from the Bleach show, the Hollow. He looks like one of those almost.
yeah,
right, yeah.
Oh my god, he does look like a hollow. I love it. He actually does. That's so good.
Remembering when I first watched through this full series, because like I've said in the past, when the series first came out, it didn't really hit me. And then years later, I think it was on Netflix or something, or I don't know, maybe I rented it or something. But I watched it through, and I remember the Spirit World. This episode, for me personally, didn't do very well, or didn't do a very good job of explaining anything for the Spirit World. Like I was very lost. Now knowing what I know, and going through the rest of the series, there's more instances where they do more explaining.
It's a little vague, I'll admit.
But he just all of a sudden he's in like an astral projection form.
But that also makes sense because Aang doesn't know shit about the spirit world.
Clearly.
So
Yeah.
it's like the audience gets to learn with the protagonist, and that's pretty cool.
That's fair. You got a point there, yeah.
It's and I hate making comparisons, but I do like it better than Korra, where she like understands what the spirit world is, but just can't get to it. At least Aang, he he doesn't need to really know much about it, but he does find a way to get to it without too much trouble, and then it just becomes something he does throughout the series pretty regularly.
Yeah. Well, he's also an air nomad, so they're more.
Yeah, it's his thing.
spiritual.
It's his thing.
Yeah.
Also, Aang becomes one of like the foremost like spiritual avatars like in the line. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the only one that learns how to bend people's souls.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
damn.
he's also like what 10?
Yeah, he's also 12. like the
Yeah.
the recurring theme of this show, Aang is 12 years old.
He is 12 years old, my dude.
Yeah.
But I really do appreciate the final introduction where we get to of spirits here. I'll agree, it's definitely vague and a little light on what I'd like to see from spirits, especially because we don't really get into the spirit world. We just get glimpses of it. It's not until we get to I think Siege of the North is when we actually get like full on, hey, we are here. This shit's getting weird.
Yeah.
Which I'm looking forward to getting to that when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it serves for a good introduction now.
Yeah.
You know, just a fun sampling of like the crazy shit you can get up to.
With that in mind,
Absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
with that in mind, what more do you want to see from the spirit world?
More of everything. Because, like, again, like rewatching the show, I feel like and it's not necessarily that the show needed it, because I don't think it did. I think if you added more episodes with too much spirit world, it'd get almost to the point of like Bleach, where it's confusing and nobody understands what's happening and there's so many different dimensions and people and spirits and all that junk. So I don't think it would have helped out with the story any, but I think that, like, I don't know, I would have very much enjoyed like a spin-off of more spirit world shenanigans.
Or you just cut out episodes that have nothing to do with the main
I just
plot.
want the spin-off.
That too. Fillers.
Yeah,
I just want the spin-off of young Iroh in the spirit world.
I still want that. That'd be
Just
great.
chilling.
Yeah, just blazing
Yeah.
up 420
Smoking
every
a
day.
bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I don't want any actual plot. Like, if there's plot, that's a bonus. I just want to see him just straight vibing in the spirit world.
Oh man, no, peep this. Iroh in the spirit world on the search for his son, Luten.
Ooh,
Oh,
that hurts.
why I
That's
bet
it.
you like that one, dude.
Fucking book it. Like let's get it.
My heart hurts to hear you say that, but I love
Oh,
it. I love
God.
every
Write that down.
I love every word of that.
Give me wait.
Yeah.
I have something for this. Give me 2 seconds. I have it.
One.
Okay.
I think he's nutting over there.
Yeah.
I have a nut butt for moments like that.
I see a gentleman of taste.
A gentleman a connoisseur of true taste.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know what. So there's a thing they introduced in Legend of Korra that I really liked. I wish they could have brought into here, but it's fair they waited till then. But there's a swamp of fog or something like that in the spirit world, where you go in there and you lose track of who you are, you lose your memories a little bit, but you're also kind of attacked by your past a little bit. And it's a really cool concept that I like how they introduce, and I think that could have been interesting to see, especially if you brought in Aang and even Zuko to some point into that, but I think it wouldn't be necessary. They already are dealing with it day to day as it is, but
Yeah.
I don't know, that I would love to have seen that a lot sooner, because I just love the concept so much.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Zuko has enough on his plate.
God, what did I write down in my notes?
Struggling.
Suki, please. I am trying. Oh yeah. Zuko's life would be so much easier if he listened to Iroh and just a lot of writing Zuko getting dunked on.
Yeah, he does get dunked on pretty hard.
Yeah,
Mhm.
first his
So
dad,
much.
then
Can we talk
Azula.
about how much of a
Yeah.
boss Zuko is, though? Or not Zuko, Iroh is, though?
Yeah,
The
go for
man's
it.
out here
Yes.
whipping chains.
Yes.
Like, he's grabbing people and just yeeting them off the back of these ostrich dinosaurs. And, like, smashing boulders, and, like, he's like a frickin' Japanese cowboy with them hoes. Like,
Right?
oh my gosh, it was amazing.
And
I
it's
think
just setting the stage. It's just setting the stage for the most broken Iroh moment we'll get in the show.
Oh, you mean the part where he's
Spoilers.
buff as shit and like one arm like chin lifting?
Shh, don't say that. Don't spoil it, Aaron.
Oh, right. No spoilers.
Yeah.
We'll save
show
it.
that's
but
like 15 years old.
But still,
amazing.
buff Iroh is fucking great.
Breathtaking, man.
Mhm.
I lost my mind when that happened.
That's when Ryan realized he was attracted to men.
Yep.
So last question that really hits the first episode. Where do you think Sokka and the other victims actually like kind of went to, and what do you think their journey was like when they were there?
Oh man.
I think they went to the ice cream truck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, not again.
I think Heibai was having a little bit of fun.
I mean, he only came out at night, so what was he doing during the day?
Well,
I don't need these impure thoughts in my avatar.
Well, obviously,
Fantasizing about Iroh.
There is nothing pure in this show than Iroh. So
There's nothing
I
pure
can't
about
have
my
impure
fantasizing about Iroh. Nothing pure at all.
Just imagine Ryan Iroh in chains, over your bed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just whipping him around.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
He gives you a wink.
Oh, that reminds me of a fanfic I read.
What, you wrote that fanfic about Ryan and Iroh too?
What? No.
You read my fanfic? I mean, so we got another episode, yeah?
Yep.
Another episode.
So continue on to the rest of the questions here. All the synopsis, of course, is covering both episodes, so questions will all be one big block too. So what do you think of Avatar Roku and his raising the stakes / giving us a time limit for when Aang needs to complete his whole journey?
Dude, hot damn!
Right?
Do a 12-year-old kid like that?
Doing him so dirty.
He's like, hey, okay, so I know you're 12, but literally the world's at stake, so
Right?
you're gonna
Let's
have
see.
to.
I wrote here in my notes as I was watching it, any percent speed run go.
Yep.
Hey, that's good. That's good.
You've gotta clip through. You gotta just find drop all the frames and just go. Just go.
Exactly. Just go.
Aang goes into the console commands, just no clip to like fucking Earth Kingdom. Here we go.
Yeah. Just go master the other 3 elements and end this 100-year war. You know, it's no biggie.
You really don't need fire, if we're being honest here. I mean,
You're
Right, just doing forehead.
like,
I mean,
you just
if you run into the wall at this exact angle, you will master earthbending. I swear to God, it works.
I mean, that's pretty much what Roku said. He's like, just do it, forehead.
Like,
Yeah,
just do
right?
it.
Like it's like
it's
the Mario 64 speed run where they want you to do the where you jump backwards so fast and you break time. Like how he's like, yeah, and he even says it, he's like, you know, mastering all the bending disciplines takes years of practice, but you gotta do it by the end of the summer. It's like, dog. How?
well, to be fair, Aang
How?
To be fair, Aang has a handicap of 100 years.
That doesn't mean he can do it like 100 years faster.
Well, no.
He was in the ice, so you'd think he would learn water bending in there.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
What's he
that's
doing?
fair.
Just lazing around?
Yeah, he was just chilling.
Wow.
Oh, I get it. That's a good one. But no, I'm just saying, like, he if he had those 100 years, he would have done it already. So, like, now he's behind 100 years. Obviously, he's too powerful already. So this is just the universe saying, hey, listen, Aang, you're too good. So we're gonna just take 100 years away from you. Go.
I mean, fair. Aang is too damn good.
He's
The stuff he manages to get done as a 12-year-old is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Can we also talk about Sokka just, like, when in doubt, let's put some bombs in there?
Dude.
right?
He played Zelda. He knows what's up.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I just love that this is a good peek into Sokka's just insane innovation and insane, like, just thinking of outside the box ideas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Plus, there's
This
the.
is the Sokka that I want. That's the Sokka that I love to see. You love to see it.
Yep.
Yeah. The consistent things in my notes that I wrote down is Iroh, Heart, Zuko getting dunked on and Sokka being a hero.
He doesn't have bending.
Honestly, the rewatch, like the biggest thing I'm getting out of the rewatch is just how little respect Sokka gets and how much he actually deserves. Because I'm like, damn, this dude's like he's played as comic relief, and he absolutely is the comic relief, but he's the one on the ball for the most part.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like he's always trying to hit stuff with logic, and he's trying to think of clever solutions that, because he can't just wave his hands and command matter to do his will. So he's just like, all right, well, let me think this through.
Hello, Boomerang,
Okay.
come on.
That's true.
Fair. The boomerang is the closest he ever comes to bending. That's right.
No, that's why he can't bend. And he's got the boomerang.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be too powerful then.
He'd be OP. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
OP, please.
That's why the Sokka's Master episode is one of my favorite of all.
Can you imagine?
Chef's kiss.
Can you imagine if Sokka could bend, though? Like, with the intelligence he has, just what kind of bullshit he could pull off?
Oh, he'd end this war. Like, there'd be no reason for Aang. He would just end the war.
I don't know. I think season 3 Sokka would end the war. Season 1 Sokka's a little bit too
He's still
not
learning.
hurt yet.
He's still learning.
You know, you got a point there. Yeah.
He hasn't had to deal with the moon, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he hasn't had enough tragedy.
Yeah,
Not enough
tragedy.
war crimes.
There you go.
Not enough war crimes have happened to him.
Yeah,
Everyone
Not enough
knows.
war crimes that God told him to commit.
One thing I've learned from Naruto, guys, is that you have to be in pain in order to be powerful. That's what Naruto and Gaara told me.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
that's anime logic.
Yep.
That's tried and true.
Yep,
Or
that's
you
how
just need
Ryan lives his life.
Yep.
You
Constant
just need
pain.
friends. That's all it is.
Yep.
So why did the Fire Sages follow Ozai instead of the Avatar? Why go against their duties, and why are all the Fire Sages punished for the one treacherous guy?
Well, the first question is because they're all a bunch of bitches, and the second question is because fucking Zhao is a dickhead. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the first part, like, they didn't see an avatar for a while, so they're like, oh, get rid of this duty. We're going to go follow that guy because God told them to do it.
There you go.
Theirs is literally
There you
the
go.
opposite. No, theirs is literally God left, so we're going to follow this other dude.
No, they found a better God.
Is that how 2016 happened?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah,
That explains it.
look, they were just a bunch of clerics, and their god didn't answer them for a while, so they found this other god, and they're like, yo, that's pretty dope. Let's go with him.
Yo, he shoot fire out his hands good.
Yeah, fire go brr.
Fire go whoosh.
See, Ryan, that's how it happened.
Yeah, I'd buy that. I'd buy that rendition.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just hate that the fact that these Fire Sages, except for the one guy, they're all spineless
The one
fucking
guy who
twits.
actually held his
One
faith.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
That guy gets all my respect.
that guy's the real hero here.
Oh, you know that guy got bullied all the time.
Hey, Jim, are you waiting for this?
You
All
nerd,
the
you
other-
think the Avatar's gonna come back, you freaking nerd?
Hey, Jim, you waiting for the Avatar, you nerd?
You nerd, what
And
are
then
you,
the
a
Avatar
teacher's
showed up
pet,
and they were
you
like, oh,
pussy?
shit.
Fucking slapped the books out of his hand. What are you doing, reading the
Yes.
Bible, nerd?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's taking care of the Roku statue. He's like, oh, you think he's coming back, you nerd? Pushes him into a locker.
You would polish his dick
Yeah.
up, wouldn't you?
Oh. Mwah.
Can I get that flashback? Like, can that be like filler?
I think we're making fan filler right here, folks. This is what we're doing.
All right, I'm
How
jotting all
fanfic
this
is
down. I'm
made.
gonna write some fanfic later.
I will read it. I will
Alright,
100%.
All right, some more after credits after dark.
There you go.
I say what we do is we get that one game from Rockstar Bully and just mod the fucking Fire Sages in there.
Yes.
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 Yes, Queen.
Okay, so this episode also gives us a little more insight to Iroh's character in terms of him just not being what's going on and more just being an unassuming, lazy old man. What do you what do you think about the show? Just drip feeding us all of Iroh's true nature. Like, what do you think?
It's like a fine wine. Like Iroh just gets better.
Yeah,
I would agree.
honestly, the slow reveal of like the masterpiece of a character that is Iroh is probably like my favorite thing in the show thus far, because you can look at everything knowing that Iroh's really spitting deep wisdom like damn near every time he's on screen. So you can just see how what he's saying eventually does come to pass. It's like a new POV, like watching it like all over again, because he can see like 10 moves ahead of everybody else.
Like, no joke, we're in the middle of season 2 when while we're watching to get ahead on scripts and shit. And we got to an episode where Iroh takes some critical damage. I won't spoil anything beyond that for those who are just somehow joining us for the first time. And at the end of the episode, Amanda turns to me after seeing Iroh just fucking lay down on the ground. He's like, he's gonna make it, right? Like, I don't want to watch this if he's not gonna make it.
Dude,
Just
that's
like,
a
yo,
fact.
if Iroh dies, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck
Could
these
you imagine
kids.
Could you imagine if Iroh died in like the Siege of the North or one of the episodes? You know, just
Oh hell no!
at any point.
Oh, Zuko would never have come back.
Yeah, no.
No.
Zuko would have never come back. Like honestly, I think the war probably would have ended much more poorly
I
if
agree.
Iroh just died right then and there.
Because if
Zuko never like comes to grips with himself. He never finds that wisdom and starts to heal. He never goes along with other people because spoilers apparently. Yeah.
like if you watch the show, and I was thinking about this the other day, if you watch the show, everything in the show by the third season, it all wraps up. Like, if Iroh and Zuko didn't talk about this, then this wouldn't have happened. If this didn't happen, then this wouldn't have happened in the end. I mean, sure, there's filler, of course, but like, it's kind of crazy how well everything gets tied up in the last episode.
And that's why I said, even like from the beginning, like I look at it as a show with two protagonists, because honestly, the whole thing falls apart if Zuko doesn't get his masterful redemption arc. Like it all falls apart.
That's fair.
Plus, we legally have to have an edgy boy
Oh, of course,
to satisfy fangirl.
Yep, Zuko is the Shadow of the
Hedgehog.
And
This
me.
is a kid's show. That like we were gonna have to have one edgelord, at least one,
At least one.
at least.
Well, wait. Would he beat the Shadow of the
couldn't
Hedgehog,
agree
or would he
more.
beat the Sasuke? I'm trying to figure out which reference is better.
No,
At
because
least more.
Sasuke doesn't get his head out of his ass until like the
last minute.
chapter.
Yeah.
Like the very last chapter. He's like,
Very
maybe I
last
have been a
page of the
dickhead.
chapter.
I'm like, no shit.
I'll have to avenge my brother by killing my brother.
Yep.
Right.
No, I have to avenge my brother by killing the people that he gave his life for.
After trying to kill
Yeah.
him for many years.
Mm-hmm.
And
Flawless.
I'm like, that makes sense. Good job, Sasuke.
Yep.
Fuck.
I wanted to like Sasuke's character so much, but they made it hard every episode. They really made it hard.
Just like how
Jeez.
Ryan is whenever he watches Iroh.
I said, don't threaten me with this.
Don't threaten me with that fine piece of meat.
Iroh just gets right up next to Ryan's ear, and he's like, Ryan, I got tea for you.
I mean, man,
That's
what's
how my
the next
fanfic
question?
starts.
So yeah, I don't have any other questions for this two-parter. We covered them pretty quick. Is there anything I didn't cover that you guys want to hit up real fast?
I
You know-
don't know why this was a two-part episode.
Really? Why?
Like, I feel like it wasn't as like I understand why it was a quotes two-part episode, but like I don't understand why they needed to make it Winter Solstice Part 1 and Winter Solstice Part 2 instead of like the village in the forest and then the winter solstice.
I think it's because
Like-
these are the first two episodes since the first two episodes of the show where they actually have like a bit of continuity that's like one-to-one.
I guess.
So.
I guess. I'm thinking, you know, the later on in this show,
Oh, yeah.
it's,
See, season 2,
There's-
they don't even bother with that. There's like, hey,
Yeah.
every episode's
Yeah.
just one big thing. Let's go.
Also,
Yeah, and
there
that's-
like I would say like I see where you're coming from. This is like the least connected two-parter that we've seen thus far. I think the big thing that connects them is that this is his first foray into the spirit world, and the spiritual energy of the world will reaches its peak on the solstice. So I guess that's what they were playing around. But I see where you're coming from, definitely.
Yeah.
It is a weak connection. I'll give you that. But it also has the whole Roku thing too, and obviously that's kind of a pivotal cornerstone of this first series here, because while you don't want to necessarily admit that to dive too deep into it, Roku's entire story, as well as his presence in the show, is actually significantly important for Ain's development. Without it, I don't think Ain would be anywhere near as effective as he currently is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So giving it the proper build-up is
This
necessary.
definitely isn't a filler episode. Like big plot development happens in these two episodes.
That's the subtitle of this episode. Big plot happens.
Yep.
Big plot.
Yeah.
Oh wait, where's it at? Give it to me. Where's it at?
Don't do the thing.
He's gonna hit the
Oh,
button.
did you do it?
Yeah.
There you go. You get one nut for that.
This is a family show.
Ira only
It's a
gets
family show.
Nicole, you were saying something?
No, I was gonna say you're gonna do Ira like that. Only give him one nut. What?
Oh, trust me. Wait until we get to that episode, bro. I'm gonna break the nut button. Let me tell you. what's up.
Yeah. Day of Black Sun. That's the episode.
Ooh.
Ryan's just gonna die at that point.
Yep.
Like,
Man,
He's gonna faint.
so many good episodes. I even prepped Amanda too, because we haven't gotten to it yet, but Tales of Boss Sensei is coming, and that episode
Oh no!
that episode's a sledgehammer, man. That's gonna hit
I'm
hard.
not ready to cry. Oh.
I'm not ready for it either, man. I had to give her a warning though. I'm like, it's coming. Just you wait.
it's coming.
So that is all for this episode. For those who want to reach out to us via email or by social media, you can find us on different platforms: Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. You can also reach out to us by email to send us your questions and what your favorite Iroh moment is. Is it the part where he secretly sneaks up behind Ryan and just caresses him slowly? Let us know in the comments below. Ryan, if they want to email us, what is that email?
They can email us at godtoldmetodit.
Hey.
Damn it. At evacstation@gmail.com. God damn it.
That'll be the other title episode I'm working on here. Is God told me to do it.
Yeah, and if you want to send your
Yes.
fanfics of Ryan and Iroh, please go ahead.
You can send that directly to my personal email, so I'll put that.
No,
in the-
you can't hog all of that.
I want it. It's mine. It's a
I want an episode dedicated to reading fan fiction and putting Ryan in the place of like the POV if it's anything to do with Iroh.
We just
Like-
find all the fanfics where it's an OC insert, and we just replace it with Ryan.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. How about this, Aaron? You're gonna have to keep track of this. But if we hit like a high Patreon count, I will read a fanfic for for a recording. Like I will read an Avatar fanfic.
You heard it here.
In my best reading voice.
You heard it
possible.
here.
You heard it here,
First.
folks. We've got so many punishments for Ryan, and this is the one he willingly chose himself.
So y'all smash go on ahead and run to the Patreon.
Smash that like button like
Smash
Ryan
that like
smashes Iroh.
Smash.
Ooh.
Yep. Oh, you think I'm talking? I mean, listen, goddamn.
Wow.
Listen, Ryan. Iroh's gotta switch up every now and then. It gets boring otherwise.
That's fine.
He's got to give you a chance once in a while.
Gotta feel the energy flow.
That's so
This
gonna
episode
feel his
went
energy
in a
flow,
direction
right?
that I did not see coming.
But did God tell you it was going that way, Ryan?
No, he didn't. That's why I'm real mad.
I may or may not be looking up Avatar fanfic for Ryan.
Dude, I've been
She's
doing that
already
like, all the
guys.
time.
You gotta subscribe. You gotta go to Patreon.
I'm already here.
We might make that.
I'm sure if I
we might make it
talk to
exclusive.
a few people, we can get some more fanfic for you, Ryan.
No, we
Oh, I
can't.
got you. Don't worry. I have a few
Alright.
things saved. my clipboard for this.
This is gonna be great.
A man of culture here. This. I like this one. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and rank the episode. So for this season, we're only doing platinum to bronze and all the colors in between. So that's 2 other colors. You can go ahead and let us know what your comments are down below and tell us what you think the episode should be ranked. Guys, we have 2 episodes here. What are we going to rank these episodes?
I mean, I would say platinum just because we saw Iroh in the loincloth.
Daddy. Oh.
So would Iroh
I'm
be a
gonna
bear?
go-
Is that what I'm getting here? Or is he not hairy enough?
No. No, I don't think he's a bear. No.
Okay.
I think he's just daddy.
He is just daddy.
Like, I mean, like, your girl calls me daddy too kind of guy. Like, he rolls up and is like, hey, what's up? I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely got that energy of your girl calls me daddy too.
Like, but tampered down. So, like, an old man
Yeah.
version of that. Yeah.
Like, he doesn't present it outright, but, like, passively, you feel that energy of he daddy.
Yeah, he doesn't send the dick pic sends him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so
I don't know
Ryan,
what that
how
means.
Ryan, how daddy would you rate Iroh?
Oh man. Wait, am I ranking the episode or am I ranking Iroh? Iroh gets platinums for me at all.
You know what I asked. I didn't stutter.
Oh god. Okay, so yeah. Iroh is absolutely daddy. Absolute daddy is Iroh. That's what I would give him. As far as the episodes, let's see. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a low silver for the first part of it, for the first part of the episode. Because aside from introducing the mechanics of the spirit world and like saying like, oh, he's got to go meet Roku, it's
Not a lot happens.
it feels kind of filler-esque, right? Not a whole bunch of stuff happens. But I would give a gold to the
Part 2.
to the second part of it because it actually takes us to the Fire Nation. We get to have a little more interaction with that. Sokka gets to be really, really awesome in terms of ingenuity, trying to think his way through like the Avatar's door, and we get the time frame, the time crunch, the deadline for the whole series. So it really acts as a framing device. So it's an important episode.
Agreed.
I'm gonna go with bronze for the first part and like a high bronze for the second part. I just definitely not my favorite episodes in the series.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. I'll go with Chaz for the first
Yeah,
one. I think
I just did a quick poll.
Yeah.
I just did a quick poll of some people, and apparently Iroh is wholesome daddy. Is the official classification we are getting.
Gotcha.
I like
Daddy.
that.
Okay.
I think for me, I'm gonna go part 1 with bronze with Chaz as well. It's good, but there are more spirit world shenanigans that are just so much better.
Yeah.
And for part 2, I'm gonna give that a high silver, low gold. Probably lean towards gold because I do like the setting of the stakes. I do like the seeing the machinations of the Fire Nation at least a little bit. We get a tease of that, and yeah, I just like that we get to see Roku for the first time. There's a lot of good stuff there, and and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it.
I would say Roku's also daddy, but a lot less of a Chad.
Yeah, Iroh definitely has that more like conscious daddy.
Yeah, and Roku's more like, hey, like he's the guy who like walks up and like tapping his fingertips together, like, could I get your phone number? Well, hi. You know, like just like very nervous and stuff like that.
I think that's
Roku.
early Roku. Like later Roku would be like steal your girl.
You think so? You think he
think
Mr. Steal Your
so.
Girl?
I think so.
I
But we'll talk about it once we get some more Roku lore.
That's fair.
Indeed. And definitely once we start getting more Peacock and HBO as well. So thank you for listening to this, whatever the fuck this episode was, and we'll see you next week for 2 more fun and exciting episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender. And we'll see you after the credits.
Bye.
Bye.
God, that went off the rails so
What the
hard.
What do you need? That was perfect.
Right?
Oh,
That was just the improv you wanted, Ryan.
Yeah, blame this one on me too.
well, no, I'm blaming God, obviously.
Yeah.
Hey, God told me to, Ryan. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. All right, so Aaron, my final time is 51:04.
Let's see. I think I was 51 something. 51:38. So less time.
Less time?
Yeah.
Less time.
If we can do this up for another year, we'll probably get back on track.
Yeah. All right, give me a quick moment to run to the restroom and grab some water, and I'll be right back with you guys, okay?
Sounds gooch.
Debating if I want to make another cup of tea. Probably not. It's 9:10 at night. Yeah, I don't think I should. Yeah, special boy. I can't have too much caffeine or anything or bed. I'm old.
Oh, I get that. I feel that. Okay, so apparently my friend says that Iroh is the kind of daddy. He would be the kind of dad at pride parades offering free hugs.
Aw.
Dude, that's a fact. I would.
Yeah.
You know what?
He's wholesome daddy.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. But he also the type of guy that, like, if his daughter or son were to bring home a member of the same sex for,
Mhm.
like, hey, by the way, Dad, I'm gay, he'd be like, yo, man's is kind of looking real nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be the kind of guy to hit on his son's boyfriend or daughter's girlfriend.
I can see
In,
it.
like, not a creepy way, but, like, just in a
playful
trying
way.
to be
In
like,
a playful way.
yo, I got your
Yeah.
back.
Just like game recognize game.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
See,
I
gets
I
it.
definitely agree with that.
I love that I can bring you two
Yeah.
in the same room and you guys just mesh so well together. It's perfect.
Dude, my entire philosophy in life is finding the best daddy.
That's a good philosophy.
That's all I want in life is finding
a man
good
of culture here, Aaron.
man of
Just
culture.
I only get the best.
Man of war.
only the best here. We spared no expense.
Wait, you're getting paid for this? Because what?
Oh, Chaz, no one's getting paid for this.
It's a passion project. That's okay.
Yeah. Eventually, the Patreon will make something. Once we tell everyone about the fanfic, Ryan will read.
Yeah.
Dude, listen, man.
People are gonna come
Like-
chug-a-lugging.
Dude, I'm a chug-a-lug. You know what I'm saying?
You'll chug a lug right all over Iroh.
Oh.
Let's see, do I have enough questions for this one? Oh wait, this is a two-part.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there should be enough questions. This is fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just so you know, the Pirates episode is one of my least favorite episodes in the entire show. Like the waterbending scroll or whatever.
I like it,
I
but
hate
it is a weak episode. I'll give you that.
The only good... I guess we'll get into it once we start talking about it.
Yeah.
So I'll save it for then.
Dude, I just finished watching the library episode, and
Oh.
there's some foreshadowing I didn't remember until I rewatched it. I'm like, oh shit, I can't believe they plot this out like this far ahead. I cannot wait to talk about it. It's gonna be like a whole hour for me to talk about that.
Mhm.
Oh man, you want to talk about foreshadowing? I'm so mad that in the last Airbender, the first time we see Toph on screen is in the swamp where he's seeing visions of her before he meets her, and then in Korra, we see her in the fucking swamp. I'm so mad that happened. I love it.
I didn't think about that until you mentioned it, but yeah, they foreshadowed a whole other show basically.
Yeah.
I mean, like at that point, it's probable that when they were doing Korra, to be like, oh, you know what? We should have, like, since Toph shows up in the swamp the first time, we should have her show up in the swamp here, since we've got that big swamp thing coming up. And just like, that's a great idea.
Well,
but
here's
like serendipitous writing can often look like foreshadowing. So
I was gonna say,
I don't think they were planning an entire other show, but yeah.
No, but I was gonna say there's a manga I read way back in the day called Bakuman, and what it is, it's these two kids who make a manga or make several manga to try to make an anime, and they talk about all sorts of different stuff. And one of the things that you just brought up was that, what if we reference stuff from back earlier in the show and make it seem like we've been like planning this out the whole time? Like that comes up multiple times throughout the whole like series. It's a fun writing trick. I like it.
Oh yeah, I would love that. Like that kind of meta look at like the world behind like your favorite manga.
Dude,
how shit's created.
Dude, it's one of my favorites, and the writer and artist of that team is the same guy who did Death Note, so you would love it. I think you would really love it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out to all the listeners out there that this episode got cut a little short. The recording must have stopped partway through, and I don't have any reason as to why. So there is no rating for this episode. It just kind of ends here. Sorry about that. Future episodes do not have this mistake. This is just something we caught in the edit that unfortunately we don't have the ability to go back and fix very easily. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you after the credits.